classic in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Wait, 10, wait, 20.
Mike's 56. Here we go, here we go. Staying open, staying open.
Ozzie.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
56, Mike, 56.
Watch the run, watch the run. Ball 50.
Brady going to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
380. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go, here we go. He's coming, he's ripped. We got double.
On second down now, it's Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Bandit. Hey, Zoo.
56. Watch the curl, watch the curls. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to look deep down. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 57 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
6 guys, check 6.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check three, check 50, check 50. Hey, check 24, check 24.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Haskins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
3rd down, here's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And this is caught by Kearse. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got his man, it's Kearse. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Airing this one out for him. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 46 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
56. All day, every day, any day.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Wait, that round 80? Round 80? Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point safely through, and that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
We got this. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Haskins. And an alley to run. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff down to Geis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Watch the shit! Here we go.
Let's go on. No, 66. Easy.
49, guys.
Complete outright to Kurz. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Jones. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch the run. Hey, they're running it. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, Alabama.
That's smooth. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Godwin. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 54 yards.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Switch. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run for it. Geis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
That's where you belong.
And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, and he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Check 9. Easy. Hey, go 66.
On play action, it's Brady. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Wait, set. 380. Take me up. Here we go. Watch out. Bang. Regular.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Here's Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Exit.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin as time expires in the first half. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. 58.
On second down, here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second and 5 now. Brady looking sideline, incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Haskins. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing again, here's Haskins. He's got an open man, he completes it to Callaway. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Play action. Haskins. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. There he goes, left side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position.
They got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Callaway, 75 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, let go.
Mike 20. Let's go.
Hey, Alabama.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's got Evans. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
53 Linda. Go Bandit.
Now a play fake. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Know your job. Sugar.
47's the Mike, boy. 47.
Hey, Haywood.
47.
Shadow.
From the gun, it's Brady. He'll let this go for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. The fourth touchdown pass in the game for Tom Brady as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Andrew Adams. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll keep it on the ground. Vaughn. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Redskin 1st down, the pickup 15 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st down, it's Haskins. forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a game of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Watch the twits.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Golston. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now Haskins to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. William Golston in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Strip that ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Vaughn. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
45. Check Mike, check Mike. Off. 45's the Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.